It's the gentleman at the It's the Gentleman at the Gym live comedy extravaganza taking place at the 18th and Vine Historical District, April 29th, 2023. This event starts at 7:30 p.m. Doors will open at 6:30 p.m. promptly, starring the Gentleman of Comedy, Bam Brown, the DL Marshall, and Carrington Lopez. Special musical guest Billy Bird, J Melody, host DJ Missy E, and hosted by Ed Rollins Jr. and out of St. Louis, Missouri, the boss of all bosses, Boss Lady. Tickets are now available. Give a call, 702-213-3439. That's 702-213-3439. The Gentleman at the Gym, the Gentleman Comedy Tour, Bam Brown, the DL Marshall, Carrington Lopez. We'll meet you there.
You're watching DL's Backstage Pass with Savoir Faire. He's such the vibe.
All right, y'all heard what she said. He is such the vibe. Welcome to the Arena Show. Yours truly, the voice, Mr. Savoir Faire, the DL Marshall. And man, are we excited for what we have on today. Now, Boss Lady is out on assignment, and Bam is going to get in as soon as he wrap up on a few things that he's doing. But right now, we're going to give you guys a treat, man. I am so honored that these legendary gentlemen have decided to come in and speak with us on today. Man, I'm just going to say, you know who they are. And as a cliffhanger purpose, I'm going to hold it. But let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a hint, man. Like, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of juice on what it is you guys are about to get in. And we're going to go maybe about 1988, 89-ish, and we're going to show you how the world was introduced to this group. I bet you after this video, you will know exactly who we're talking about. We'll be back after this.
happening?
and Truth. Hey, what's happening, fellas?
What's happening?
What's up?
What's up,
Hey,
fellas?
man, how you doing? I'm gonna tell you what. This is gonna be probably one of the difficult interviews for me because I got to be a journalist and not a fan, and that's gonna be hard to do. So, I'm gonna try not to fan out. But man, you brothers was so dope that you had a dance named after you. The Truth.
Yeah.
So, man, welcome into the arena, man. And let me say this first of all. Let me extend my condolences on the loss of Reggie a few years back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
but
you.
no problem. But brothers, to see you guys back out doing it together again, salute.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Salute,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks for having us on this platform.
Oh, no problem at all, man. No problem. And this is the arena. And now that you're here, any other time you have anything that you want to announce, whether it be tour dates, new music, man, you're always welcome backstage. Let me say shout out to my homegirl, April, who set this up.
April.
April,
she is so dope, man. And I like I said, brothers, I'm gonna get through this without fanning out too bad. Looking at that that video, Mamacita, how does that feel looking back at that?
wow.
It feels good.
We've been blessed. You know, we've been blessed.
Jerry curl hair going everywhere.
You know what?
Going everywhere. I was like, wow, look at that.
Right. Hey, I tell you what, Alan, man, back in the day, I related to you. We were two dark-skinned brothers with the same kind of curl hairstyle, and it looked like we rocking the same hairstyle now. So,
we grow up. You know, we grow up. We make changes.
That's right, man. And I look back at some people. They grow up, they grow out. But you guys have grown old and grown better. I will say that. And we're gonna take a cruise down memory lane, but we also gonna get into the new single "Lady." Now, I was trying to see if there was a video for that because I wanted people to see what I've been hearing. But we're gonna play a little sample of "Lady," man. You guys did an awesome job on that.
Did you find the video?
Huh?
Did you find the video?
No, I didn't find the video.
Yes, on YouTube.
Okay. Well, then while we're talking, I'm gonna see if I can get these fingers quick enough to while we talk and try to pull it up. But we definitely have you guys in rotation on the Arena Radio Show.
Thank you,
man. I love it. I love you guys. Now I will say this, and I'm gonna do a little telling on my younger brother. That's a couple of years younger than me. I came in with I think it might have been Mamacita, and then I wound up playing. It was another faster song.
My Heart.
My Heart. That was it. And my brother was like, "You don't like New Edition no more?" I said, "Yeah, I like New Edition." But these guys here, you know, you guys were in uniform, but it was kind of urban. It was fly. You know what I'm saying? The sequence was in the dancing, but the dancing was urban and street. And you guys felt your lane. So this question I'm gonna gear over to Steve. So there's no doubt about your writing ability and influence has been Michael Jackson. How have you taken that influence and furthered it under Steve Russell's brand?
Well, because along with Michael, I was influenced by Alan. Alan is the one who taught me how to write songs. So he's one of the first influences as a songwriter. Babyface, Chucky Booker, Gerald Levert. So I'm Michael plus that.
All right. Hey, a lot of people sleep on Chucky Booker, but Chucky Booker has a sick pen game, man. But
he's a genius.
I still say a lot of people sleep on you guys' pen game too, because man, you guys have made hits, and I believe that you're one of the groups that when you get ready to have a hit, all you got to do is go in the booth because you got hits that's pulling out of you.
Yeah. Yes. We're fortunate in that way, I have to say. Once we come together to write a song, we're going to have a hit record, and that's a gift. It's not bragging. It's just being in tune. We're in tune with ourselves, with each other, and with source all at one time. So it's pretty powerful when we come together in that way.
Yeah. Now, John, this one is for you. How shocked was people of how strong your voice was? Because at first, you know how some people, they just come in, they do their job, they consistent. But when you started to sing, I was like, man, John got a strong voice that is along that Johnny Gill line. How was it when people first started saying, man, John can really sing?
It was a shock to a lot of people, but at the same time, it was like I became like a secret weapon for the group. And it was really cool, man, how it blended with Alan and Steve's voice at the same time. It was great. That's why I still say still to this day that I Will Always Love You is the best recorded song by Troop, because you get the chance to hear all three vocalists on the song, and it all just came out great, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Now, who comes up? I put it like this: who's gonna take the credit for coming up to them dynamic dance moves that you guys have come signature known for?
Who gonna take the credit?
Rodney is the guy.
Rodney at the top.
I'll say a little bit about it. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy, but no, it's like a lot of the steps I when we were younger, I would start them off. I would start and have most of it done. I would collaborate with John and Steve, and then sometimes with choreographers. But I usually would start it and get the ball rolling. Then I kind of got help from everybody, and that's the honest truth. That's how we did all our steps like that. I started though. I was first.
Yes. What'd you say? Let that be known, Rodney. I kicked this thing off. Now, I look at a lot of groups, man, dating back to like the Temptations, the Four Tops, the OJs, and groups like that. I also mentioned you guys in that vein, like I mentioned the New Editions, the Jodeci's, and all that. Dynamic, legendary, timeless groups, right? So I know you guys know that, but I'm going to push that flower out in front of you as well. But one of the secret sauces that I realized with all the groups that I have named, plus some that I didn't, is that there's always a melody lead, that pretty falsetto lead, and then you got that heavy kind of anchor. When did you guys first notice that formula within you?
Well, we knew we had it. You know, once the final five were in place, we knew what we had. We just had to figure out coming out of high school, how would we manage the approach to what we have? You know, how will we grow into John, especially, you know, even though Alan was much more mature sounding, John was already that thing already, you know, so we just had to figure out how to do that, because Alan and myself were just establishing ourselves as the lead singers. You know, we were establishing our Scotty Brothers relationship as handling that role as lead singer. Yeah. So it was just about managing it and using John as a cleanup batter, like a secret weapon, you know.
So as we recorded, we learned how to use each other's gifts.
Yes.
And you know, Steve being a super producer, he was able to say, okay, Al, you need to be here. John, you need to be here. Rodney, we're going to throw you in here. Reggie, you need to speak right here. And having that, you know, Steve having that good production ear and knowing what to do with pieces and talent, we really put something together really good. So we learned to use these weapons as we grew.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest thing now that you have interjected or stepped back into, pun intended, the arena of singing? What has been the biggest, like, all right, fellas, let's go out here, let's do this, let's show them that we still got the goods?
Well,
okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say a little something, Steve, and you can jump in. It goes back to knowing the kind of weapons we have. So when Steve hit me and said, "Al, man, I want to redo This Lady of My Life," I was uncertain at first because I kind of felt like I shy away from remakes, even though I'm a
remake king,
hit maker. I shied away from it, but Steve said, "Listen to me, Al. Just trust me on this record. Just try. I know how you feel about it, but all I need you to do is just be you on the record, and I'll do the rest." And it just really came out good. The production is impeccable. The production is big and classic, and I really feel like Lady represents the classic records that Troop puts forth.
Yeah.
So it's all built in this new single. I think when we got together, it was like, okay, we know what we can do.
Yeah.
So how do we reintroduce? And I think Steve came up with the perfect record. I think he came up with the perfect song and that perfect balance. And man, we've been just getting such a good response on it. I think we're headed to a #1, Marshall.
I think so. I believe so too. I really believe so. And like, man, this interview will reach over into, now check this out, Afghanistan, Austria, France, Canada,
That's
UK.
what's up.
Wow.
So yeah, we go, man.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't have no fear of saying stamp this one as a hit, especially when it's coming from a group such as yourself.
Right.
Thank
you,
Yes,
man.
sir. Now, Alan, you
Thanks
said
a
you
lot.
had reservations about doing this remake. Was it because of who the remake is of, or just because it was a remake?
Well, we had already done it with All I Do Is Think of You, and I didn't want to do All I Do Is Think of You either.
I'm so glad you did.
Some records, I just felt like don't need to be touched. You know, like you just said, Marshall. Michael's that's a bad cat, man. You really don't need to do much with that. But and it was risky. It was risky. But I believe in our producer. You know, when Steve puts his mind on something, 99.5, it's gonna come out the way the way he wanted to sound. And he had his plan, he had his team, he had cats come in and play. He approached it with the professionalism that it would need to reproduce such an amazing record. And I love it. I love it.
I do too, man. I really do.
You know, we're here on the arena.
Yeah.
You know, it's brought us to be here on the arena.
Man, you better say that. You better say that, Al.
Come on now. And when I hear cats like, you know, the DL Marshall talking about how amazing the record is, and I'm singing behind Michael.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's very humbling. I'm very thankful to be a part of the record. Just like with All I Do Is Think of You. I didn't want to do it, but it blessed my life. It blessed my life, and I have to admit that. And the record was really done well. So here we are with Lady of My Life. Super production on the record. Man, I'm about to get cocky. I'm about to get cocky, man. We did that. We did that record.
Another one.
We back, baby. We back.
Another one. Yeah.
Hey, and let me say this, man. I am so happy that you trusted Steve and did All I Do Is Think of You. But I will say this on Lady, I hear Alan, I don't hear Michael. And I think that's so dope that you trusted you and your talents, not to try to recreate what the King did. Steve did that.
No, but say Marshall, that's what Steve said though. When he convinced me and we talked about it, he said, Al, what's so dope about this is that you're just gonna do you. You're not trying to be like nobody.
Right.
So, man, it confirms.
That's what made you comfortable.
That's what made me comfortable with, because see, yeah, I thought Steve was gonna, Al, I need you to do it this way, but he didn't do that. He let me be me, and and like you said, Marshall, my God, that's what made the record hot, and Steve had been saying that from the beginning, and here we are on the arena, talking about this new music. It's an awesome feeling.
That's what's dope, man, and I appreciate it. Hey, so let me say this on this new project that you guys got. Pardon me if I date myself and start saying albums, but on this new record that you got, what is the split on writing? Like, is everybody got a song, or how is it that you guys came together and collaborate on this project?
Well, we've always done it the same, your percentage is based on your input on the record. If you're staying in the studio and you're going to finish it to the end, then we even, you know, if you come and put your hook in, it's about where you put yourself, it's all, it's about your value is based on you, that's how we always do it.
What you put in it.
Yeah.
Right.
We're open to each other.
You come in and write a verse.
We're happy for that.
And you're out. Okay, well, we're happy for that. And you get your percentage according to that.
Yes.
It's so, man, it's so gratifying and solidifying to hear you guys say that somebody that are award winning, that has sustained in this business so long. And my brother and I, we have come together with putting together this tour. And I know you guys know how it is. Off the sweat of your own brow, man, you got to go in your own pockets. And it's like, all right, now you get this if you put this. If you don't, I can pay you like a boss, or I can pay you like the talent. The choice is yours.
I can pay you like a boss, or I can pay you like the talent, right?
Yeah, one way or the other. Man, let me pat you guys on the back where I can say The Late Show with David Letterman, Soul Train, it's Showtime at the Apollo, in the movie New Jack City. With Latifah and Levert for the OJ's hit. Man, you guys had to be like, just sat down one day and said, doggone, man, God's been good to us. We've done this, we've done that. Man, when you look back at that, I can only imagine what that feeling is, but I'm gonna let you guys express it. Rodney, we go Rodney, John, Steve, and Alan. How, just looking back at your accomplishments, man, how blessed do you feel?
Wow. Well, today I'm so appreciated, man. Today is like way over my head, man. It's almost like some sentimental stuff, man. Like today, understanding what I did, what we've done, where we went, how we did it. It's like it's the greatest thing, man. It's you can't really explain it, man. It's more of an experience. You go experience, you know just what I'm talking about. And I don't know, man. We just hung in there, man. We just went through it, and we had some rough times. We had some great times. We came through it, and all that's a part of the experience too. That's just not bad and good. It's part of the experience too.
Amen.
So. Yeah, man, I think I appreciate it a lot more, though. More than anything, I appreciate it. And I appreciate my fellas, man, way more than I probably ever did now.
That's dope. That's what's up. What say ye, John?
I mean, I'm going to just say it like this. Everybody doesn't get a chance to be called a 1%er.
Right.
If you're a basketball player, and every basketball player wants a basketball trophy. Every NBA basketball player wants a championship ring. Every singer, every R&B singer wants that gold album. They want that #1 song. They want that platinum album. That's what makes you a 1%er. And we did that.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, on that note, I ain't got nothing else to say. We did it. We did it.
What you say? No more talk. No more talk. We did. I know that's right. What about you, Steve?
Well, for me, I think the wow experience for me as a grown man, I think to learn what loving someone unconditionally really means, and gaining the growth in myself of forgiveness and forgiveness of myself on things that I look back on and can judge right or wrong. Getting past all of that and being able to live in my now right now and be the same Steve with the same creative energy, with the same guys. It's like you're deceived if you think you can't experience heaven over and over again in this experience, because you can. You know, what we're doing right now is a dream for some people, you know.
Oh man.
To come back after such a hiatus, you know, just doing shows, but to come back and have a record that is catching on like crazy all over again, because we all feel good again. We're all matching. Before any lady in my life, we all feel good. So lady in my life matches that. And the response matches that. You get it?
You know, that energy does transfer into the art, and you can hear the freshness of Truth, but at the same time, you hear the vintage sound of Truth.
Yes.
Man. You guys did. You bottled that.
Yeah, Marshall.
Definitely. What about you, Alan?
Oh man, I you know, I've never done something so hard in my life. You know what I mean? I mean, I've never worked for something so hard in my life. You know, as we get older, you know, Marshall, after we get older, it's like, okay, that's all right. I'm gonna pass on that. I'm not gonna take that in. But like Steve said, learning unconditional love is painful. I'm forced to love John and to understand his thinking, and it doesn't necessarily have to be mine, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with that. And learning how to deal with the differences and being okay with that is the magic that we have. And I gotta concur with what Rodney said. I'm just humbled and I'm thankful. I think I'm more grateful now than I was when we first got our deal, when we first did the Mama Cita video. I don't think I quite understood the value and what was going on.
Right.
Now I can look back, man. You were playing the video, Marshall, and I was looking back, and man, there's so many things going through me, because I'm like, groups don't make it here. Groups don't make it here, or even take the time to let me see what my member is saying. Just because I don't agree doesn't mean it's wrong.
That's true.
So it's we've learned from each other. We've learned so much. I've grown up and had to grow up dealing with Rodney. There was a time where I just thought, me and this dude gonna fight. You know,
and that's okay too.
And that's okay too. And we had that, but you know, we the best of friends today. You know, I've learned a lot from Steve. You know, I mean, and when it comes to studio stuff and taking that and using it in my own studio and all that, and just, man, he's got this thing about ego. You want one day, Marshall, you're gonna have to get a class with him about ego.
Definitely.
I've learned to get out of my way. I've learned to get out of my own way with dealing with the group. You know. So I'm just thankful. I'm grateful. I'm looking forward to some new possibilities and some new things going on with Troop in the future. We got a good start. Like you said, Marshall, your attitude transfers to that music.
It does.
Yeah.
How we feel about one another transfers to the success. How
and
far
the response.
It shows up on stage when you don't want it to. It shows up in videos when you don't expect it to. Hey, man, I was told your attitude will be a direct example of your altitude or the lack thereof.
Yeah.
And everything that you guys were speaking is maturity. And I thank God that I don't think at 51 like I thought at 25.
Man.
That would be such a waste of life. That would be such a waste of life, man.
The multitudes do.
To not be learning. To not be learning. You know,
and when you said ego, man, it is so many people in the industry that are quote unquote legends in their own mind. They stay reading their own press. And it's like, bruh, you don't see what we're seeing. And I think a lot of people think the popularity translates always into saying you're talented. It don't. It just says you're popular or you have the right engine behind you. But talent is what Troop has. Talent is what New Edition has. It's timeless. It's look at this, man. Like 1988, and now it's 2023, and you guys brothers are still relevant. Come on, man.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, wow.
That's a blessing, and it worked. We worked to get there. Sorry, John.
Yeah. I was gonna say, in this month, April 22nd will be Troop's 35th year anniversary for Mamacita.
See, look at that. Y'all heard it right now in the arena.
That's 35 years, man.
Look at that. Look at that.
Whoa.
35 years. A lot of groups can't say that they need 35.
They can't do 5. They can't do 10.
A lot of groups, lot of groups right now don't have a lady in my life as a single either.
That's right. So don't.
Steve, I'm glad you brought that up, Steve.
Let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Okay, go ahead, Rodney. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say the song is really beautiful because it's a love song, and there's no love songs out. That's why the song is great. No love songs right now. We got one out.
You said that. You said that. And you know what? You guys make it clear what you're singing about. It's not mumble. It's not auto-tune and it's now I could be wrong. Steve, you don't have to spill your secret sauce. But I kind of got an idea of some recording techniques, and I hear Alan singing not being patched in. And that's a big difference to whereas, okay, sing this word. All right, let me stop. Let me patch you. Sing this word. All right, but you could feel him coming in and just being himself.
Well, you know, I'm gonna tell you, man. I've been around Alan for a very, very long time. I was fortunate enough to hear things that no one has ever even heard him do on record. Right. So the Alan that I know, when I say Alan, I need you to sing on something, I'm talking to this person that I know can do. I know exactly what he can do.
Right.
You know, I know exactly what he can do, you know. So
he can't fool you.
Once he says, okay, Steve, I'm gonna do it, I'm not concerned about any of the things that he's concerned about. Because I know what I'm gonna get out of him is what the download is. That him singing when nobody is around, when he thinks nobody is listening and he's just spilling his guts singing. That's the kind of stuff that I've been able to achieve great records producing Alan, and it shows really, really good again in this song. But he did it on All I Do Is Think of You. He took that song and made it him, and that's how we got a hit out of it. You know, and it's the same thing that's happening now. You know, I stick to the script. I'm a stick to the script kind of a guy, but I know I got a partner he ain't not script oriented at all.
Right.
You know, just give him the mic, tell him when the recording is going, and let him go. And then you go through and get what you like out of it. And then before you know it, he's saying everything where it was supposed to be. You ain't got to do shit. I mean, do nothing. Sorry.
So it kind of sounds like Alan is something like a beast. Then that's what it sounds like. Alan is something like a beast.
He's very, very good at Alan. He's the best at Alan.
We've talked about it. You guys have heard the title. Let's do this real quick. We're going to get into this audio of Lady, and you guys are about to enjoy it. You got your man, the voice, Mr. Sadwar Fair, the DL Marshall, with his special guests inside the arena, Rodney, John, Steve, and Alan. You know him as Troop. This is their latest single. They call it Lady.
Yep.
Mute your mics.
we're gonna see if we can get this here to translate every time you do something like that. There we go. All right, here's Lady, ladies and gentlemen.
There'll be no darkness tonight. Lady, our love will shine, lighting the night. Just put your trust in my heart and meet me in paradise. Now is the time, girl. You're every wonder in this world to me. A treasure time won't steal away. So listen to my heart, lay your body close to mine. Let me fill you with my dreams. I can make you feel alright. And maybe through the years, gonna love you more each day. So I promise you tonight, 'cause you will always be the lady in my life, of my life. Lay back in my tenderness. Let's make this the night we won't forget. Girl, I need your secrets. Oh, reach out to a fantasy, or two hearts in the beat of ecstasy. Come to me, and I will keep you warm through the shadows of the night. Let me touch you with my love. I can make you feel so right. And maybe through the years, even when we're old and gray, gonna love you more each day. 'Cause you will always be the lady in my life. Stay with me. I want you to stay with me. I need you by my side. Don't you go nowhere. Let me keep you warm. Let me keep you warm. You're my lady. You with the sweetest love. My sweet love. I wanna touch you, baby. Back in my tenderness. You are rock me with your sweet caress. You're my lady, and I love you, girl. You're my lady. Don't you go nowhere. Let me keep you warm. I love you, I love you, I love you, I want you, baby. Back in my tenderness. Stay with me. Don't you go nowhere. And I love you, baby. Don't you go nowhere. Be my lady. Yeah. All through the night. I wanna keep you warm. Let me keep you warm. In my life. Let me feel your baby. All over, all over, all over. Lay back with me. Let me touch you, girl. Lay back with me.
Yeah.
Hey, I love that. And
It's
Steve, I
another
heard
one.
what you did at the end of that. Funny how time flies when you're having fun. The Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson. Yeah, I heard that, man. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the new one from Troop, Lady. Hey,
Yeah.
I know Michael
Yes,
Jackson
sir.
in his grave and said, Shimon.
Right.
Hey, you did that, man. And
Thank
any
you.
group that's listening now, go back to begging. Y'all heard Alan bring that home at the end of the song. You heard it. He told her, "You my lady," and she said, "Okay, all right, yeah, whatever you say." What they say in Coming to America, whatever you like. That's how you get it done. That's how you get it done.
That's how you get it.
Yeah.
I love kind of observing when we have groups on and artists on, and when they're listening to their art. Every last one of you, to a Troop member, closed your eyes and you went back to a moment in that recording. What were you guys feeling? I'll let you decide who wants to go first, but what is that feeling that you feel every time that spins?
It's a classic record. It's just it takes me back to falling in love. You know, it takes me back to when I listened to that record, it takes me back to my childhood.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to sing that song to girls on the phone, man.
There you go.
Hey, Marshall, I was there when Steve did it in 1982. And that's how I found out that he could sing. I didn't know that he could sing, and he was singing that song by Michael, Lady of My Life, to this girl over the phone. I was like, this nigga got pipes. What's going on here? We gotta talk, bro.
Right.
Dang.
We're gonna have to combine these forces together, huh?
Man. The rest is history. Al Mack, Rodney B, and Reggie. Troop, that's what it is.
Hey, man, for real. Man. And welcome, Troop, inside the arena. If you just now tuning in, man, y'all late for the party, but welcome inside anyway. We've got Rodney, John, Allen, and Steve. You know them as Troop right here in the arena, your source and sound for all things Southern soul, R&B classic, and any form of music there is. Man, we got them in the arena. We told y'all they was coming. Y'all didn't believe us, but you see that they right here with yours truly, the voice, DL Marshall, Mr. Savoir-Faire. And man, I told you I was gonna try not to fan out. I'm holding on to the reins, man. But hey, look, Steve, tell us some of the people. I know this, but I'm gonna ask this question like I don't. But tell us some of the people that you have had the pleasure and opportunity of writing, producing for.
Aretha Franklin, Charlie Wilson, Chris Brown. I got 2 Grammys with Chris Brown. Take You Down is one of the hits I had with him. Jordan Sparks, Chris Brown, Sierra, Monica, Kiki Wyatt, Tank, Tyrese, Ruben Studdard, Dreamgirls, the soundtrack. We did all 62 songs on Dreamgirls, Shark Tale, Kung Fu Panda 3, you know, just tons and tons of stuff, man. I got my first Grammy on Jennifer Hudson. I've done a lot of work, man. A lot. B2K, Gots to Be for B2K, Why I Love You for B2K. And it's just too many to name, but it's been a lot, man. I've been able to take what I've learned from my peers and really rock with it, you know.
Man, that list alone. Do you know how so many people wish they could just be a half or one of those
right
stories that you just mentioned?
He got a whole string of hit, bro.
Hey, did y'all see how cool Steve was when he said it? You know, I think I got my first Grammy with Jennifer Hudson. Let me slide this animation joint in there with not the first, not the second, but the third.
Hey, Marshall.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Marshall. He missed Fantasia.
Yeah,
oh, my God.
Fantasia. Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Listen, my wife wanted to go see. I think it was Fantasia, Anthony Hamilton. I think it was. And I told her, I said, look here, Now, outside of you, that's the only other woman I feel some kind of way about.
Outside of you.
I don't want no problems when we get home. But when you talk about a powerhouse that you can just look at a woman and she sound as good as she look, and then I got close enough and she smelled good too.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, look out, look
it's sickening,
out.
man. It's sickening.
Now, how is that when you work with a woman or a man? But let's just talk about who she is. A woman that is that dynamic in power and both. How was that working with her and Kiki? What was the similarities and what was the differences?
I had more of it was amazing to be in the studio when Fantasia was cutting the record that I was a part of writing. But with Kiki, I had more of an experience with her. And I'm going to tell you, like, I love Kiki White to this day just because of what you're saying. She's so talented that I couldn't help but fall in love with her, man.
Right.
She sings so good. She's so talented and she's so delicate and she's all these womanly things, but she's so powerful vocally.
Yeah.
She just pulled the love out of me. Like, I love Kiki White.
Yeah.
You know, it's just how it is, man. I love her. Super dynamic. It was the same thing with Aretha Franklin. You know, I was a little nervous with her, but she's so talented, man. So talented. Aretha Franklin, I call myself reminding her of who I was. She said, I know who you are. And she started playing All I Do Is Think of You. She just started playing my song, All I Do Is Think of You, just fluently on the piano.
Oh,
I'm just so super talented. I love Aretha Franklin. Anita Baker. I mentioned her. We worked on Anita Baker. And you know, Rodney's mother used to bang Anita Baker. So Anita Baker is part of Troop's development. You know, it's part of the DNA of what we come from. Mm-hmm. And to be in the studio with somebody so talented and strong. And I've had some really powerful experiences with females, man. It's been pretty awesome, bro.
Man, like I told you guys with Fanning Out, the 4 women you just mentioned and add Jennifer Hudson, I don't even know if I could get through an interview. I probably would just be like, I would probably have to write it down and hold it up for them to read the
Hey, Jennifer Hudson is bad too.
I know.
Jennifer Hudson is a powerhouse too, man. I love her too.
Wow.
She's very powerful, man.
So let's get into what Troop has coming up next. Tell us some cities that you guys are about to hit and how people can get those tickets and all that, man, because I'm excited about you guys on the road and bringing Troop back out.
Well, we got Sacramento, we got Oklahoma, we got South Carolina, we got Virginia coming up, and a few others I can't think of right now, but it's on and popping, man.
Do you guys know when you're going to be? Is it Oklahoma, Tulsa, or Oklahoma City?
Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Because I'm in Oklahoma City.
My oldest son lives in Tulsa. I got some family that's in Oklahoma City. What dates are you guys going to be there?
I can't remember. Oklahoma City is June.
Let me check it.
June. God. I'm so bad.
I remember something is July 15th. I forgot what it is. Something is July 15th.
Oklahoma is July 15th.
That's July 15th?
Okay.
Yes.
If you guys, and then once you confirm it, shoot that to me because if we're free and if I'm not booked, I'm gonna come down, man. And it'll be a trip for me and the wife. We come down and check you guys out, man.
You're gonna enjoy it, man. And
I know it.
Yeah.
I definitely know I will. I definitely know I will. And matter of fact, you guys get me that information, and we will definitely push that for. I'll get on the phone and call family down that way and say, "Hey, man, Troop coming."
Right.
Make sure we get that in there. So
that's what's up.
You guys spoke about the growing pains of Troop, being able to help you appreciate Troop now. What are some of the things that you look back on? And I'm gonna ask each one of you to name, possibly if you can, one thing that if you looking back on younger Rodney, younger Steve, younger Alan, younger John, what would you whisper in your ear to make that portion of career easier?
For me, I would whisper in my ear, Steve, you have been correct on every decision that you've made with the group. Everything that you've said, everything you've brought to the table has been working. Stay the course. Stay the course. Do not venture off. Stay the course. Everything is working. You have #1 records. You're on tour. Do not F it up.
Right on.
And me, Marshall, I would whisper in my ear, the young Allen, I would say, hey, don't get in your own way. Don't let your ego or where you come from mess up the outlook of where you're trying to go.
Gotcha.
You know,
got you.
I would say, you know, have faith in your talent. I've given it to you. It's already in you. All you got to do is use it. But get out your way and allow yourself to be great.
Definitely.
Get out the way and allow yourself to be great. You know?
That's good advice I'm gonna even take now, because sometimes, like between what Steve and Alan has said, and then Rodney and John, we haven't forgot you. But what you guys said is so profound to me right now, because even sometimes now you can say, I know this is what I'm supposed to do, but is it what I'm supposed to do?
That's ego. That's
right.
Man, and then when you turn around and you got both sides of the coin, when you follow, you turn around and do it, you's like, yeah. But then on the ones you like, all right, maybe they right, let me do it. And I learned, if I'm gonna crash and burn, I'm gonna crash and burn the way my vision shows me.
Yes.
Burn it.
Yes.
I get you, Marshall, on that.
Yes, sir. What about you, John?
Oh man, I would whisper in my ear, okay, to the young John, okay, you did right by bogarting your way into this group by meeting Rodney after Steve telling you, look, you better talk to Rodney, man. Rodney, don't you got Metal Shop with him? I said, yes, I got Metal Shop with him. He said, talk to Rodney. So I told Rodney, I said, look, bro, I'm coming over. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Deal with it. You're gonna be my best friend. That's just what it's gonna be. Later on in life, you're gonna find out the other cat that when Alan comes in, you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna get with Alan, y'all gonna jail, y'all voices is gonna be awesome. Steve already got this Michael thing going on. It's gonna be great. Y'all gonna be awesome. That's what I would whisper to myself. But I would also say, you gotta challenge you. I had to challenge myself. I had to challenge myself and just to step up to be more of a force for the group.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
And that's
that is so hilarious, John, because I don't know if it was I was watching either you guys' Unsung or if it was the making of The Secrets of a Boy Band or something like that. When it said that John would be after class and he's like following back to the neighborhood and be like, oh man, I'm gonna sing with you. Oh, that is hilarious. What about you, Rodney?
I would tell myself as we moved on to the next chapter, and the next chapter, and the next chapter, and I would say to myself, it's time to grow up. It's time to slide in there and be more of an adult about your business and about what you're doing, which is my group. I would just tell myself it's time to grow up. Every step, every new album, every new dance step, I would tell myself it's time to grow. That's what I would tell myself.
Right on, man.
And so, Marshall, and enjoy it.
You know what?
I don't think I stopped, man. We were moving and so much going on that I don't think I took the time to
appreciate where you were,
appreciate what was going on. You know what I mean?
Yes,
you know what I mean? You're looking at guys that we live totally on faith.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, God has blessed us in all the arenas that we asked for, you know?
Yeah. Pun intended. Pun intended. The arena.
Yeah. No pun intended, but I wish I could have enjoyed
yes, sir.
A little bit more. It went so fast. So this time around, I look at things differently. I'm a lot more slower with my process. I allow myself to process.
Yeah.
and I want to enjoy when I'm on the stage with the guys, man. I watch them, I watch the fans. I just enjoy it now. Before it was like, okay, get your hand, make sure your leg.
Yeah.
You know, and it used to just get me so stressed. I'd be so stressed out. I'd be so stressed out. But now,
you know what, man? My dad, Alan, he told me, he said, look, man, stop asking when we gonna get there and enjoy the journey. Look at the scenery that you pass by, because when we get there, the destination is the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you try to reflect back and remember the things that you wish you had saw. I wish I had looked at this. I wish I had just, gravitated and held on to this
down
moment.
And smelt that flower, right?
There you go. Yeah. Now, one thing I can say, man, which I appreciate about this group, is that all the issues that you guys may have had, we didn't know until you told us. Right. And you guys kept your business as a brotherhood should.
Yeah. Yep.
What advice would you give to up and coming singers, and even some that might be old school but struggling to try to do like you, coming back with a successful comeback? What are some of the pitfalls you were able to navigate around?
Well, I would say to educate the youth earlier, I would just remind them that everybody that you're dealing with, you included, are here on a journey, and you are not familiar with the territory, and you don't have the rule book to navigate through it. So you have to limit your expectations on these people and be more open to understanding, okay, we're all on a journey here. Let me not be so judgmental about my group member, and understand as they understand me as well. You have to be more open with each other and less defensive and egotistical with each other, and being on the one thing that was made Troop successful is that we were able to be one unit energetically.
Wow.
Over anything else, none of us thought that we were doing and wasting our time. None of us thought that we were failing at any time. None of us doubted that we were going to be on vinyl. None of us ever doubted that we were going to make it with the work that we were putting in. We knew we were destined to manifest from that without even knowing what manifestation was. We were visualizing and on tour while we were in the driveway rehearsing one at a time for hours and hours. We're on stage in front of thousands of people. And then when rehearsal is over, we're back in the driveway. Man, before we were out of high school, we had a #1 record, bro.
Wow. Look at that, man.
Manifestation.
Yes, sir. And when I was playing ball, one of our coaches used to say, all right, first 15 minutes of this trip, I want all eyes closed, heads back. And I want you to visualize what it is you're going to do today. That's
wonderful, man.
And when you said knowing the guys that you sing with, knowing the guys in the group and them knowing you, man, maturity is knowing that one's perception is their reality. And you have to be tapped into other people's perspective so that you can respect their reality.
Yes.
Hey guys, we've had Troop right here, man. I know you guys have to get with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take another trip down memory lane. And then I always like to ask people in the arena, I want you guys, while this video is playing, to think of one iconic moment in your career that you may have had, whether it's an interaction with another singer, another group, or just another moment that may not have ever been told before. We're going to come back and see if we can get that out of Troop in just a moment. But I think that all the ladies that is watching this right now would be mad at me and ready to fight me if I did not come and put this song here on. Ladies and gentlemen, all they do is think of you. This is Troop on a flashback down memory lane. We'll be back inside the arena after this.
I can't wait to get
y'all?
Yeah.
What up? What up? Y'all still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Here we go.
He probably got us muted right now.
No, I can hear y'all though.
All right, there we go.
There you go.
I got off into my groove, into my bag. I told you I was gonna get there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is legendary R&B singing sensation, True. All I do is think of you, man. Look, y'all welcome. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all welcome. I gave it to y'all. I knew y'all was gonna ask for it.
Thank you. Man.
So, hey,
We
man,
appreciate
look
it,
here.
man.
Y'all been so gracious with your time. I appreciate you, man, taking the time out, speak with myself and all of our people that watch the arena. Before we get out of here, what is an iconic moment, something that you remember for the rest of your life? Maybe meeting a superstar, maybe you being the superstar that someone met. What industry moment would you like to share that maybe the listeners may not have never known?
Wow.
I'll go first to get out of the way. I was in New York working on a group called B2K. And while I was sitting in the executive David McPherson's office, his boss, Polly Anthony, walked in with Michael Jackson, man.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
And I was able to meet my idol face to face, shake his hand, hold his hand, and really absorb his energy.
Wow.
In person, in an intimate setting where it wasn't a fanfare or anything. I was able to just be in his face and shake his hand and look at him and look at his skin. I didn't realize he was a short, small guy. I thought he was tall. You know, Mike was a little fit guy, bad dude. His presence, he had so much energy that his presence humbled you. I don't care who you think you are. When Michael Jackson walks in, you're all the way humbled down,
man.
And he's just as humble. You get it?
Yeah, and that's why his altitude was as such as it was.
Yeah,
man, that's dope. That's dope, there, Steve. That's dope. What about you, John?
Steve said it. I met Michael myself, so Steve's right. Michael was just the way how he is. He's a very humble guy. But what he told me is that he said, man, Troop is amazing. He said, you guys are bad.
Yes, sir.
So to get that from him, and he's the king, then, you know, we've already been dubbed or whatever.
You good, right?
Nobody else can really tell us anything else after hearing from Michael Jackson.
Right.
Y'all heard John been flexing. He been flexing all interview, man. He just like, hey, you know, we here, and Michael Jackson said that we how you gonna argue with that? Michael said it.
Right.
What about you, Rodney?
Well, I grew up really liking New Edition. And this before I wanted to sing, before the group came about. I just liked New Edition, and then when we met them on Arsenio Hall, at that moment, like I said, at that moment, I was really, really good experience for me to meet them, man. And like Steve said about Michael Jackson, I was looking at them, I was looking at what they were wearing and stuff, man. And it was just a pleasure to meet them at the time. So that was mine.
Man. And Alan?
Man. I'm gonna be honest, Marshall, man. When I was younger, I had my people that I worked my vocals out with, like O'Brien.
Oh wow.
Freddie Jackson. I would sing behind them, walk to school with remember the Walkman?
Yeah.
And I would walk to school with the Walkman on and listen to that. But a part of my growing up back then, like we talked about earlier, I didn't have a how can I describe it, Steve? Help me out.
You didn't have an idol like that.
I didn't have nobody like that. I appreciated, what certain people that I like what they did, but more for me, man, was my guys, man. Being on stage with them
and Vincent.
Man, there you go. I knew Steve would help me out. I had one guy that I got up under, and he showed me some vocal stuff. A lot of the stuff that y'all hear me do it came from Vincent Drayton.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't know that. He was a church guy. He was a writer. Matter of fact, he wrote Whatever It Takes to Make You Stay With Me, one of Troop top 10 records. And so he was my guy that I would pull from and ask questions. But along the way, man, my most experiences was with my own fellas, man. Being on stage and watching how Steve would work the mic and how he would work the floor, and watching how Rodney would do his dancing and seeing where John would play his role to help me find my place, And so it was true. It was true for me, man.
I agree.
Man, I want to say this to you guys, brothers. I appreciate you for giving me a story that can be that Michael Jackson or New Edition moment. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to myself, to my audience, and I appreciate it. I really do, man. Y'all throw up some hearts for Troop. Y'all put them hearts up for Troop. And if you guys can do this for me in their absence, if you guys can just say a hearty hello or a big what's up to Boss Lady and Bam, man. I know that would mean a lot to them as well.
Boss Lady,
what's up,
Bam,
Boss
what's
Lady,
happening?
Bam?
Man,
Everybody giving it up.
They help me hold it down on the arena like that, man. And just like if you guys do solo projects, you gonna give it your all. You gonna be dope, but it's different than when it was when all the fellas and the crew is together, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, man, ladies and gentlemen, they have been Rodney, John, Alan, Steve. You know them from the hairstyles. You know them from the fashion, from the troop jacket. You know them from the sound. Ladies and gentlemen, go out and get that new single, Lady. It is dope. Y'all heard it. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, fill the screen with hearts. Alan, Rodney, John, Steve. You know them as the legendary Troop. I salute you guys, man.
Thank you, man.
We're going to try to get out to Oklahoma and see you guys, man.
All right,
okay, thank you, man. We'll shoot you that.
No problem at all. No problem at all. And, man, we're going to do this to all of you guys that have been here the whole time, and you guys have been enjoying the group Troop. We're going to go ahead and play one more video from them before we get out of here, and then we'll come back and we will address us in our closing. Man, once again, this has made my day, and they call it Troop. Hey, this here is Sweet November, ladies and gentlemen. Man, my day has been made. Enjoy this video.
Sweet November will tell us the story. baby, you would never go. Then with the change of mind, there came October, and now I'm wondering where my love did go. There ain't no more time we should have been, and it was such a glorious start to dream. Yes, it was. But like kids, we were too shy to say to one another, that together we would always like to be. I know we're gonna come together, well, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I've been your host, DL Marshall, Mr. Savoir Faire. We appreciate it so gracious for the Soul Sensation group, the legendary Truth. Man, y'all keep on keeping on. Catch us inside the arena next time. If you want to have an interview opportunity, go to thearenashow3@gmail.com. Till the next time.